And we're back for game number 2. xGame actually had problems with one of their players, so they brought a stand-in in here. Name is No Fear. And either way, like they had an awesome game start actually. It looked really good. We had like a 7-1, 7-2 stand at some point. They had like 50% more kills average till like the 20th minute, like 14-7 was also standing I think at 15 or 12 minutes or something like that. Either way, but they gave it all away, and Osliki at some point they just took over the momentum that xGame had before and turned that thing all around. I mean, they got like 1 or 2 claps in their face when they tried to go high ground, so it took them another like 10-15 minutes and the Roshan and a nice fight around Roshan to go again for the base, but the next time they went for it, they just got Rex by Rex, objective after objective, with a nice mix of teamfight plus the Panda using the Brawlings to just buy some time while Inquisitor was chopping away those Rex. So in the end, nice game actually, but of course both teams in performance and skill very close to each other, so the next game could go easily to xGame. At least on my charts, they were the favorite, but let's see. Osliki, very good performance. Yep. Either way, my name is Heflatv and casting with me is Roxas. Let's hop into game numero 2.
Yep, and the instant adjustment xGame, they let the Panda through last game. They banned out the Doom. This time they don't do it. They first ban out the Panda, and they do have the first overall pick, so you can be a little bit more lenient with your bans, knowing that you can also secure a hero for yourself to not have to play against it. So Osliki, they keep the same bans. They ban out they actually banned out Tinker instead of something else. I can't remember who else they banned, but I think they banned Bat. They banned Bat in the last game. They continued to ban out the Lycan. This time it would have been on the Dire side. So that works out. The first overall pick, instead of going for the Faceless Void xGame, they don't feel confident in the Faceless Void after that last game. They go with the Bat Rider instead. So Osliki instantly responds with the Doom as well as the Earthshaker. Earthshaker, difficult to really think about seeing him in the first phase, but he was really effective last game for xGame, so they're going to go for that. And after that, xGame go for a very, very good hero that I think is a little bit underpicked for their mid lane, and they go with the Puck.
Yep, absolutely. Batrider, Puck, that's already a lot of initiation here. That means 2 heroes that already need a Blink Dagger. The Earthshaker sooner or later also one for the Doom. Well, he's such a maybe candidate for a Blink initiation on Doom. Like, I actually like it. Like, I don't know, earlier this year we even saw some Doom still going for the Shadow Blade, but that's so old school
Blink
right now. Nobody's doing it anymore except you're in a pub. So the Blink Dagger is actually the way to go, but I don't think this Doom is going to be in the position.
The reason people go Blink instead of Shadow Blade now is also Blink with no mana cost. It accelerates your farm. Just being able to blink between camps. So you think about like Anti-Mage before, kind of in his prime, one of the biggest strengths about him was the fact that he farmed so quickly. Well, why did he farm so quickly? Well, because he had a 5-second blink, so he could just actually spend less time traversing. And when you can do that with a Blink Dagger, as well as have initiation, as well as it costs less than a Shadow Blade, as well as having no mana cost, it's like a no-brainer. So I think that that's another big reason why the Blink Dagger is more popular on these core heroes, not just for the initiation, but for the farm as well.
Yep, absolutely. Second ban stage is on, and I don't know, xGame, they focus on the initiation, while Osliki, well, for me, the draft a bit more solid. And to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed when I'm thinking about all the Batriders in the last 2 weeks. Like, very disappointed. Like,
yeah, they've been pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, even in the ESL and everything, Batriders just, I don't know, they used to be so scary and everything, like, you know, getting heroes out of position with this nice initiation, Lesser and everything. We even saw those crazy builds going for a Blink Dagger 4 stuff, and even the Mask of Madness on top of it, just to, I don't know, drag heroes like miles away from the original fight. But somehow, as soon as there is a Batrider, teams instantly counterpick something. I mean, here we have already a Fisher Stun, we have a Doom that, I don't know, might go for Doom, so the Batrider doesn't do anything in the fight, but I think that one is rather for the Puck. And I don't know, xGame, they don't take out, for example, the Vengeful Spirit, and that would be a candidate for Osliki to go for. It's another support, it's another stun, and the swap completely disabling the Batrider.
That was one of the best supports they had in the last game, too. That, like, the Vengeful Spirit was a big reason, I think, that xGame had such a hard time because she was always swapping people out of Chronosphere, and in this game she can swap people out of Lasso, and that goes through BKB. You can even swap the Batrider himself. So I think that would be a really good candidate. Not to mention that actually does Vengeful Spirit does do very well with Weaver. But xGame, they do pick up the Rubik, Shadow Demon, also and Tree were both banned out. I didn't really talk about that too much, as xGame did need some supports, but the Weaver is one of those heroes that he's not picked so much now. Like back during the TI3 days, it was like, well, you played Lifestealer, you played Alchemist, or you played Weaver. Like those were the three carries. But he's still very, very strong in the right lineup, and the right lineup is one that lets him kind of sit around until he can get that 9k gold, which is something such as a Lincoln Sphere, Brown Boots, Desolator, something like that. He takes a while to get online, and because of that, he needs heroes that really make him strong in the laning phase. Heroes such as Vengeful Spirit that are going to help him with the Gemini attack, heroes such as Earthshaker that are going to provide a lot of crowd control as well. So I think this is a pretty good game for him.
Yep, absolutely. So Vengeful Spirit is coming just as I predicted it. Weaver, you already talked about it. We all have another Rubik on xGame
Rubik
side.
Visage, this is old school.
Yep,
But
this really looks old school. But I mean, the Rubik did actually quite a nice job on game number 1, I have to say. Like, he saw, of course, all the time the stun of the Wraith King.
Man. They banned
What?
Drow. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was really hoping that xGame would pick a carry Drow. But it
Yep,
was
the
banned.
Visage draw, but there could still be, I don't know, I mean, Visage, the two nice synergies between Visage and something else is always Draw or the Tinker, like when it comes to even tier 1 Dota. Like EG, for example, they play the Visage Tinker, then some other
Alright,
teams actually tried the Visage
I think
Draw.
I think that Shadow Fiend is going to be good here. I
Shadow
just
Fiend.
we
Well, but
we
they're
spend a lot of
on
time
the
I
dire
always like to
side.
spend time speculating about the picks. No, I'm talking about for Osliki.
Oh, for Osliki, yeah. Well, a Shadow
Because
Fiend
currently you
wouldn't be
have
bad
two.
because it is a third source of minus armor, actually. We have Wave
Yeah,
of Terror, we
it's
have the Swarm, and Presence of the Dark Lord. That's 3 sources of minus armor already, plus of course a Doom and Earthshaker. That's not too bad after all, but it's not a Shadow Fiend, it's a Razor.
Razor is a really good pick as well. I was thinking either Shadow Fiend or Templar Assassin were the two that were kind of sticking out to me. When you have two, I guess, Blinken initiators that also can provide a lot of control against heroes like the Weaver, you can't just have a solo carry. And Doom, we don't really see him in that sort of carry position. He's kind of in the just turn off Dota position. So he's going to be going into that off lane, but the Razor's pretty good. And wow, that's something I did not expect. xGame, they're going to go with the last pick, Naga Siren.
Yeah, it's a Mantis Naga. That's...
I'm
wow.
not a fan, man. I'm
No.
going to be open about it.
I'm not a
It's
fan
also
against like for this Naga just for the reason that she needs so much this game. And when I look on the other side, they gonna come online pretty fast, and I don't know if they get this Naga through. So draft wise, I definitely give Osliki here the better game.
well, we'll have to see how it plays out. Dota's an execution-based game, so let's go ahead and introduce the boys on the Radiant side. Up 1-0 after that great performance on the Panda and Wraith King. Denied from them this game, but we'll see what they can do with their other heroes. Bignum will be playing on the Earthshaker. Judo will be going in the safe lane as your Weaver. There will be Doom being played in the mid lane by Chomi. Razor being played by Inquisitor going to the top lane. And we will have Obi-Wan Banan on the Vengeful Spirit once again.
Yep. And on the other side, we have Reeves again on the Rubik. Like, nice performance actually last game. It wasn't enough, but still. Like, he also had a nice micro with the Brewlings, but it was actually horrible to cast there. So many Brewlings, especially then with the Refresher. So we had actually for the entire duration so many Brewlings there. 6 Brewlings at a time, plus another set
So
of
many
Brewlings coming.
Brewlings tasteless.
Yeah,
Sorry.
seriously. Mantis is gonna play the Naga Siren. This is definitely gonna be interesting because he needs a ton of farm. And Naga Siren, I don't know, I think she's gonna be shut down. The Weaver, the Razor, everything's gonna be faster online. Anyway, they got a stand in here. No Fear is in now for, with the Visage rather. And then What the Fuck Up, playing the puck. And last but not least, of course, Batrider also playing a very crucial role in this game on Starcat.
So, The thing is, at least you have two heroes that should get blink daggers pretty early, and we normally see this with heroes like Centaur, or at least we did. We saw this with heroes like Centaur, Invoker, when it was a Naga Siren. And basically, it was just all four other heroes. It wasn't a 4 protect 1 strat, but it was just a 4 go and kill everyone strat while Naga farms. And that can work pretty well when you have heroes like Puck and Bat, but it's just going to be really difficult. But a good start for OSG is they do have Vengeful Spirit who picked up a Haste Rune. And there's a damage stolen. There's no skill just yet. Skills orb right away, but there's a Fissure Jaunt. Nah. A little bit greedy with that, and the supports were going out to stack, so they waited till the perfect time. And
Yep,
Solo
absolutely.
Weaver against the
Nice
Batrider.
first blood there.
Solo Weaver against the Batrider, I think, can go either way. Batrider's really, really squishy, but when he skills Napalm, so is Weaver. So I think the biggest thing is going to come down to who uses their mana more wisely. I think Weaver's going to have a little bit of an advantage just because with the Ring of Basilius, he can spam the Sakuchi a little bit better.
Oh,
and
but
with
he's
the
going
Magic
directly
Stick as
for a
well.
magic stick, which is the perfect answer, of course, because Starcat just spamming that sticky napalm. Now, with Chikuchi, he can just make it away all the time, and Starcat actually has to worry about his own HP at the same time. 80 HP, that's, well, that's pretty much the level 2 Chikuchi, which he will get in just a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So Judo should have a better time here, just if for nothing else that Stalkat was forced to go boots first. Because he was anticipating being against that tri-lane in the mid lane. It will be Mantis against Chomi, just a melee matchup with two heroes that farm a lot during the late game. So, kind of like your, I guess, like Dragon Knight Magnus sort of stuff that you normally see. Not really the best thing in the world. Both heroes are going to get their farm, and they
Yep,
should be
oh,
okay.
and the Weaver, like Starcat, driven out of the lane, he only has one tango left, while Judo, well, with the magic stick and everything, he can pretty much just spam the hell out of Starcat here with the Chikuchi. So I don't know, I think unless there's a huge play by Starcat and maybe even getting a kill on the Weaver, this lane will definitely go to the Weaver here. So that's the first lane one for Osliki, unless there's some sort of rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the powerful thing about Weaver in these sort of 1v1 circumstances. The ones that really come to mind are when he goes 1v1 against a Darkseer or a Nature's Prophet in particular as well, and Batrider himself. These squishy heroes that just can't deal with the Sakuchi harass. And they also have to spam out their spells that give them sick charges. And Weaver, because he has such bad stats, benefits from those even more. So good stuff, and he already forces Batrider back to lane, which means he's going to have to now deal with a level disadvantage. And as soon as Judo hits level 6, well, that's when the kill potential really gets up. At the very least, Stalkat is getting a lot more levels than he would if he were against a tri-lane.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, so far after the first blood, I mean, the first blood was a bit overextension by what the fuck he found himself in a very awkward position with Inquisitor, the static link, and all the stuns coming his way. But I don't know. Since then, it's relatively passive. They want to get some levels up, some early CS. I mean, the top lane here, they will realize it. I don't know. Like this Sentry Ward, isn't it blocking anyway the camp?
It was, but it was actually just part of a D-word war that we kind of missed while I was talking about Weaver and Batrider.
Yep,
Right.
and now Big Gnome just, I don't know, using that Fissure to separate the creeps. So
This is just the most annoying spell in the game, man. Not the most annoying, but it's really annoying. Oh, Weaver actually picks up an Orb of Venom. So he's really, really prioritizing harassing Stalkat out of this lane.
but that's the
Stalkat-
perfect thing he can do.
He dropped his Tranquil Boots for a second, and Judo saw that right away and was about to go deny them. Ooh.
Oh, we saw that actually, like on our YouTube. There's like these the playlist, like best of plays, best of fails, and everything. And we have two scenes where like stuff like that is stolen. But top, oh, there is already the magic missile. Is it enough? Yes, this time he's actually managing to get out, and the Soul Assumption just following the Vengeful, but also not getting a kill. So a nice little brawl, but in the end, nobody's going down.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Sorry about that. a little awkward. My mistake. I'm used to Kyle, where I'm the guy that yells like that. Good stuff.
But in the end, look at this. They still want to go for something, and yes, their magic missile. But oh, the Fissure actually blocking him, but they don't even need it. There's just the right clicks, and the Visage is going down. So make that a 2-0 here in the 5th minute. So I don't know, tri-lane versus tri-lane. the Osliki one definitely won. This is already 2 lanes actually in favor for Osliki, and when we look in the mid, also the Doom being of course the better farmer with the Devour, but he actually prioritized the Scorched Earth because he knows there's the Riptide spam and everything by the Naga. So, oh, top, we have another fight here. The Razor actually getting another kill on the puck. Maybe they want more because, yep, there's a static link on Reeves, and if they have the magic missile, yes, they have. Now it's just one right click, a second one. They even leave it to the Razor. They want all the farm on the Razor possible.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably going to be a mech carrier this game. And if this... We see a lot of very successful Chinese teams just abuse getting a fast mech. And it looks like OSG's taken a bit of a page out of that, but trying to get the Razor that money. And he can pick up a headdress if he wants to right now. Not sure if he will. But the mid lane, I'm actually kind of surprised that Chomi is winning the lane like this. He's ahead in experience by a lot. He does have the Doom, so 1 Doom and 1 rotation in. And the harassment with the Scorched Earth just makes it so that Mantis has to stay out of experience range a lot of the time. And
yep,
not
it's
even that,
working out. I love it.
Weaver just doing so well on the bottom lane as well. So all 3 lanes being very well won by Osliki.
Yep, the Razor getting all the kills. Top, like being... Is he 4-0? Was there actually 1 kill? No, he's 3-0, and yeah, Bignum got 1 of those kills. But still, like a Razor being 3-0. But Batrider maybe finding here Chomi, and there he goes. But he saw him. That is out of position. There's no way he can drag them him anywhere remotely close to even a potential kill. So he's just going using that Firefly for some farm. It's a level 3, so he's gonna get at least those 2 stacks. Or it's not even a stack, it's just those 2 camps. But look at his gold. He's so far away from a Blink Dagger. But let's see, we have a smoke happening here. This ward of course won't see it, and Mantis actually going away, and No Fear is in the mid. He's alone, and this is very, very dangerous.
He should be dead to rights. But we could see Mantis go down as well. I mean, I guess it's better that Visage goes down than your Naga Siren because it is a 1-core lineup against a Doom, so if you're behind, it's even that much harder because it's even harder to do that with even farm. But they're deciding that they want to go ahead and just go past the mid lane and dive Wadafaka with this catapult.
Yep, disable the puck as much as they can. That's of course not bad. And there's the stun. Magic missile to follow. It's coming out, and the orb. Is it this time enough? This time he actually managed it, but of course he has no way to get out of here. There's just one phase shift, 5 seconds on the orb. They just need to find him, and Obi-Wan Banan does so. Big Gnome, oh, he still needs something. There's the right click. Stalker actually coming in. Magic missile, but what do they do? That's the big question. The Razor not bothering at all. Obi-Wan Banan is just giving away his life, while the Razor is just going a bit for the tower and the Earthshaker. I don't know, that was actually a weird play, don't you think? Like, I think they could have gotten Starcat.
I think they could have, but I don't know, man. You gotta farm, you know? Just sometimes you gotta farm. Disregard team.
I don't know, that was really weird. The Razor just farming, getting those 2 CS and some tower damage, Earthshaker TPing out. I think if they would all 3 just went into the trees there for Stalcat, that would have been another kill and 6-0 for Osliki, but they were like, okay, you know, screw that, just sacrifice the Vengeful Spirit and everything's fine. In the meantime, of course, Judo farming on the tower, being so low already. Reeves is there now to grab some XP at least. He's even getting the CS just before the Rubik is able to deny it, and his farm is just amazing. But top, oh, there was a Fisher here on No Fear. Now, of course, he's slowing him just to get away because he's, of course, soaking some of that movement speed. And, yep, this kill definitely not happening today.
The coolest thing about this is since they're winning that lane so heavily, Judo doesn't have to leave the bottom lane, and Weaver is one of those heroes that is just one of the peskiest heroes to deal with staying in his lane, because he chips away at the tower so quickly. He naturally builds that Ring of Aquila, which is also going to buff up the creeps and help that push, and with the Gemini attack, which he's actually leveling up, he just chips that down.
Yep.
Really,
oh,
really
in the mid,
quickly.
we actually have a Doom on Mantis, and this one, it's, well, it's gonna be a close one. I mean, he's not gonna die from it, but... Oh? No, it's one more tick. No, it wasn't even one more tick, so 90 HP. That's all he managed there. So, but both, you see, you already talked about the Aquila. The Aquila is, of course, activated. He's level 8. He's trying to push the tower. So, and for, like, also, like, empowering the creeps there, of course, with the Aquila. Like, in the mid, we saw Chomi even pushing and auto-hitting creeps. So, he also wanted the lane to be pushed. And now, let's see. Maybe they want to go on No Fear. He's alone here in the mid, and a Fisher, and then the right clicks. 3 seconds to Scorched Earth.
He's so
Everything's
screwed.
ready, and there, the Wave of Terror, just scouting it out. There will be a Fissure. He's gonna be blocked, and no way to get out of here. That also means tier 1 tower. Cliff would be available, and let's see if there's any rotation happening.
I mean, they have an Alpha Wolf creep, and they have Vengeance Aura. It's only level 1, plus the mech is coming out for Razor. Voila, now that's done. So their team fight gets really scary, and right now they just have more sustain, and they have more right click.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. In Judo, I don't know if Judo is going for Reese here. The Swarm is not gonna hit, but he's just gonna Chikuchi him. Like, he has to be careful though, because he has no mana for the time lapse, but he doesn't even need. Actually, now he just ticked it with the. That was only one. No, I had 2 charges on the magic stake, but still enough to get him.
He switched to Int Treads, which gave him the mana.
That too. Yep.
Yeah.
And of course they get a tier 1 tower. In the end, Stalkat, he just farmed the enemy jungle, and that was enough for his Blink Dagger. Nevertheless, we have Osliki 7-1, like they have a much better start than last game, and 2 towers on top of it, and they even want more. They want to go for the tier 2 tower, take that momentum, and now Big Gnome. Oh, there is a stun directly, but what the fuck, actually not being hit. There is no Doom. Oh, he missed actually with Doom. He wanted to cast it. That's of course too bad. Now Stalkat coming in. He wants to make something happening, but there is the lasso. But the Razor already soaking up all his damage. He has to go away. There is the telekinesis. Inquisitor using the mag, now running through the fire. That's of course quite a problem. But Stalkat being doomed now. He has to run out. Oh, Mantis going down. That's a second kill for Judo. The tower also going down, and Stalkat being killed by the creeps after the Doom. That's 3 down and no one dying on Osliki's side.
Osliki's item choices were just perfect for how the laning phase broke down. Just look at one person and look how many auras they have. They have a Ring of Basilius, and a Ring of Aquila, and Drums, and a mech, and then they have the Alpha Wolf creep and the Vengeance Aura. So just everyone's hitting really hard, and there you go.
Yeah.
GG, that's a quick 2-0.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if xGame has some internal problems like that. Stand-in game number 2, like, I don't know, having such a nice start in game number 1, but then giving it away. Maybe some internal problems, communication issues whatsoever, but like very anticlimactic. 12 minutes GG. Osliki, like, winning here in the round 2 of the GG League, of course, guys. I'm gonna post even the bracket in the chat so you can actually check it out. But yeah, this is round 2. That means round 3. This is the semi-finals, and Osliki is definitely already one candidate going against the winner of the match Goomba versus the MCHI, which Heflatv 2 is casting. And tomorrow we have Power Rangers versus Ush and Ubelst versus Turtle. Also here on Heflatv, of course, Heflatv 1 and 2 taking the coverage for today. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Heflatv. With me was Roxas. You can find him on Twitter at callmeroxas, and of course on all the Heflatv channels as usual. He's always casting here with us, part of the Heflatv family. And if you want to find, of course, Heflatv, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, VODs if you missed the games. And yeah, just support us by pressing follow, like, and everything else. So that being said, Roxas, let's go and have a nice post-stream party.
Oh yes, of course. I'm gonna have the post-stream. I actually got my most played hero as my daily hero challenge, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play as well, guys. So if you actually want to see me play, like how noob a caster actually is, I'm gonna be streaming later on Heflatv. So go there on Twitch, give me a follow as well, and you can laugh at me how bad I am. Either way, I'm gonna go online in like half an hour after I ate something. So thanks for tuning in today. See you tomorrow, same time, 17 CET here with Power Rangers versus Ush. Bye bye.
See you then.